Very good morning, students. This is Amit Singh, lecturer in Commerce, Pragati Mahavidyalaya Degree College. Now, in the subject Introduction to Indian Economy, in the earlier classes, we have discussed about the characteristics of Indian economy, and we have also discussed about mixed economy and its characteristics. Now, in this class, we will go through the developmental issues of Indian economy. And before understanding the developmental issues, we will just go through the meaning of development. Now, development is a process of improving the quality of human lives and capabilities by raising people's standard of living, self-esteem, and freedom. In short, development is basically improving the standard of living of the people. Now, when you say improving the standard of living of the people, improving the standard in terms of health, in terms of education, in terms of food, in all different areas whereby a human being would be able to lead a good life. Therefore, development is basically measured in terms of the Human Development Index. Now, when you compare development with growth, economic growth basically reflects an increase in country's GDP, whereas economic development is an indicator of the standard of living of the people. For example, when you talk about a human being, now a human being, when he grows physically from a child to an adult, that is called growth. But when a human being grows from a child to an adult, his thinking capacity grows, his educational qualification improves, he will be able to communicate better, and all these changes which happen in a human being, we can call them as development. Therefore, growth is important physically for a human being, but along with the growth, the thinking capacity, communication capacity, education, other things are also important. In the same way, when you talk about an economy, when you talk about a country, growth in terms of GDP is important, no doubt. But that growth, that GDP should be able to provide a better living for the people of that country. So if you have a high GDP, and if you are able to provide a better standard of living of the people with the help of that GDP, then your country will soon become a developed nation and your people in your country will be the happiest. But if you have a high growth and if your people in your country do not have a good standard of living, then there is something wrong with the economy. Therefore, growth is important and development is also important. Now we will go through the developmental issues in Indian economy. The first point that we would discuss about is infrastructural facilities. When you talk about infrastructure, we are talking about energy, we are talking about roads, railways, civil aviation, shipping, and telecom. Now, when you talk about these things in infrastructure, we are basically talking about connectivity. Connectivity is, for example, roads, railways, civil aviation, shipping, etc. provide physical connectivity. You will be able to transport your goods physically, whether it is raw material, whether it is finished product. In order to move these things from one part of the country to the other, these things are important. Now, one very important point with regard to connectivity is telecommunication, wherein you should be able to communicate with each other. So, physical connectivity is important and communication sort of connectivity is also important. Therefore, when you talk about telecommunication connectivity, India is doing a very good job wherein villages are getting connected to each other in terms of telecommunication. But when you talk about roads, railways, civil aviation, shipping, etc., Indian rural areas, Indian villages are still not connected with proper roads and proper infrastructure. There are villages in this country where electricity is a problem, energy is a problem. Therefore, infrastructure is a very important developmental issue. Second one is inclusive growth. Now, as we have discussed earlier, a growth which does not include everybody, a growth which is not providing better living standard for people of your country is almost waste. Therefore, When you have a growth in your country, when you have high GDP of your country, it should provide benefit to each and every citizen of your country. So growth should be inclusive is a developmental issue. Third one is migration. Now, when you talk about migration, almost according to the 2011 census, 45.6 crore migrants we have in this country, which accounts to almost 38% of the population. That means almost 45 crore people leave their place, come to the other places in this country, mostly cities, and they basically come for a job. Now, because they are not able to get a job, because they are not able to earn money at their place, they are forced to migrate to other places, which is again a very big problem, because when they come to cities, they create a lot of problems wherein overcrowding and other issues are created. Now, latest situation is because of the COVID-19 pandemic, people who came from the other parts, from their places to the cities, have gone back to their places. Now, when these people go back to their places, again new problems are created. There they don't have employment. So those people who have gone back are waiting for an opportunity where they can come back to the cities and start working again. So migration is an important issue. Urbanization is an important issue as far as Indian economy is concerned. Point number 4 is agriculture. Now, when you talk about agriculture in the earlier classes, we have said that 60% of the population in this country directly or indirectly are dependent on agriculture, but we should be surprised to know that the contribution of agriculture to Indian GDP, which was 43% in 1970, came down to 14% in 2014. So people dependent are 60%, which was similar almost in 1970, but the contribution has come down from 43% to 14%, which is again a very important problem. Modernization in agriculture, providing adequate finance to the farmers, and other steps have to be taken so that the issue with regard to agriculture can be sorted out. Then the next problem is unemployment. The first point that we should understand is, with 130 crore population in this country, unemployment has always been a problem. People who are getting educated, who are doing their higher studies, are not able to get jobs according to their qualifications. But now, after the COVID-19 situation, the unemployment problem has further worsened. The unemployment has increased by 29% in this country after the COVID-19 pandemic. Now we should be positive, and we should assume that things will come back on track, and we would be able to improve the employment opportunities. But still, unemployment is a problem in this country. Then the next one is poverty. 5.5% of the population in India is almost still living in extreme poverty. There are cases in this country where people are dying because of starvation. There are cases where the child who is born is dying out of malnutrition, because the parents are not able to feed the pregnant woman when she is pregnant, and they are not able to provide nutritious food after the child is born. Therefore, poverty in this country is an important problem. Our economy is growing at 8 and 10% per annum. The GDP is growing, but when you still have this kind of extreme poverty, then it is definitely an issue. Then the next point is role of women. Now, after 1991, one very important change that we should notice in Indian economy is that service sector has gained a lot of importance. When you talk about service sector, we are talking about civil aviation industry, we are talking about hotel industry, we are talking about the business process outsourcing jobs and other jobs, where these are jobs which does not require physical strength. And these are the jobs where good communication skills are important. Thereby, what has happened is the number of women who are employed today, majority of them are employed in the service sector. Therefore, before 91, the situation was different. But after 91, with the growth of the service sector, the role of women in India, in Indian economy, has considerably improved, which is a very good sign. But still, a lot is pending to be done. And the last point is global warming and pollution. Now, when you talk about global warming, India is a country where pollution and global warming is a very big problem, and it is estimated that in near future the temperatures in this country would rise by 2%, 2 degrees. Now, when you say that temperatures would rise by 2 degrees, it should not be taken easily because it can create a lot of problems. Apart from global warming and the gas and the problems that we have, pollution is a big problem in this country. You talk about air pollution, you talk about water pollution, and other types of pollution have also become a very big problem. A city like Delhi has a huge problem with pollution, which is the capital of this country. Therefore, we are growing, no doubt. Our GDP is increasing, no doubt. But when you have growth, and if that growth is creating pollution related problems, it is creating global warming, and if it is affecting the health of the people in this country, then what is the use of a growth which is causing harm to the people? Therefore, these points are telling us that these are the developmental issues which the government of the day has to concentrate upon. I hope that these points were clear. Thank you.